New York City's mayoral candidates debate one final time, and they did not hold back.
What is your opinion, Zoran?
Yes,
Come on.
I think on the stage you can see two people appealing for the Republican Party's votes.
From police leadership to the recent ICE raids and a surprise guest in the crowd, we've got team coverage on the last clash before Election Day. Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson. Early voting is just days away now, and tonight, New Yorkers had one last chance to see three mayoral candidates face off. Democratic frontrunner Zoran Mamdani arrived to the debate on an MTA bus. Republican candidate Curtis Sliwa vowed to stay in the race as he arrived, and then Andrew Cuomo greeted supporters as he walked inside. We have team coverage tonight. Bauman has reaction from the spin room. Let's begin here in studio with Marcia Kramer and the key moments from a fiery debate. Marcia.
Well, Christine, it was a night for slings and arrows as all three men vying to be the next occupant of Gracie Mansion searched for a knockout punch that would convince voters that they can not only run the city, but deal with the tough-as-nails president intent on hurting a largely Democratic city.
You're going to have to confront President Trump. He has said he'll take over New York if Mamdani wins, and he will, because he has no respect for him. He thinks he's a kid, and he's going to knock him on his tuchus.
We heard from Donald Trump's puppet himself, Andrew Cuomo. He spent more money on a singing water fountain at LaGuardia Airport than he did on the average cost of an affordable housing unit.
Zoran, your resume could fit on a cocktail napkin, and Andrew, your failures could fill a public school library.
It was a debate for all the enchiladas when Curtis Sliwa punched hard to prove he deserves to be on the ballot. Zoran Mamdani smirked at Andrew Cuomo's attacks, and Cuomo made mocking hand gestures when Mamdani refused to take a position on housing issues on the ballot.
I have not yet taken a position on those ballot nominations.
What a shocker.
But the most intense moments came when Mamdani and Cuomo got to ask each other a question. One of the Queens Assemblyman's debate guests was Charlotte Bennett, one of the women accusing Cuomo of sexual harassment.
What do you say to the 13 women that you sexually harassed?
There were allegations of sexual harassment. They were then went to 5 district attorneys, fully litigated for 4 years. The cases were dropped.
Cuomo slammed Mamdani for posing with the Deputy Prime Minister of Uganda, Rebecca Kadaga, who has supported anti-gay legislation.
How do you not renounce your citizenship or demand BDS against Uganda for imprisoning people who are gay?
BDS is a reference to economic sanctions against Israel, a program Mamdani has supported.
Had I known that the first deputy minister was the architect of that legislation, I would not have taken that photo.
There was also an extended debate on Mamdani's position on Israel. Sliwa talking about his 2 sons who are being raised Jewish.
They're frightened, they're scared. They view you as the arsonist who fanned the flames of anti-Semitism. They cannot suddenly accept the fact that you're coming in like a firefighter and you're going to put out these flames.
I think there is room for disagreement on many positions and many policies. All the same, Curtis, I do still want to be the mayor that will keep your sons safe, that will keep every single New Yorker safe.
Well, there was one thing that the 3 men did agree on. All would like to continue to employ Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch. Asked if she wanted to stay on, a spokesperson for the commissioner referred me to her previous statement that it is not appropriate for her to be, quote, directly involved or seem to be involved in electoral politics.
Well, all 3 candidates clearly ate their Wheaties this morning. It was definitely a fiery and entertaining debate tonight, also informational. Thank you, Marcia. Our coverage continues now with Bauman, who spoke with some of the candidates after the debate in the spin room.
There was an audible gasp inside the auditorium when Zoran Mamdani announced he had brought the first woman to accuse Andrew Cuomo of sexual harassment to the debate, and she wasn't the only accuser he invited. Karen Hinton, a former consultant to Andrew Cuomo who has accused him of sexual harassment, he stood in support of Zoran Mamdani after the debate.
As governor and now a candidate, Andrew lost the trust of these people.
Beside her, Mamdani explained why he would ask the current police commissioner, Jessica Tisch, to stay on if elected, despite their ideological differences.
A decision that will also deliver the creation of a Department of Community Safety, a decision that will also ensure that safety and justice are being delivered to New Yorkers.
Mamdani also explained his reasoning for ranking Republican Curtis Sliwa second in the moderator's hypothetical question about ranked choice voting.
There was only one other candidate on that stage who seems to love this city.
Sliwa, though, fiercely rejected Mamdani's support, even in a hypothetical.
If, God forbid, Zoran Mamdani was the choice of the people, and we will live it up to them, is I will organize resistance because I will improve, I will not move. Zoran Mamdani could bet that I will be his worst nightmare.
As for Andrew Cuomo, who on stage attacked Mamdani's attendance record in the state assembly, played hooky himself from the post-debate debrief, instead racing over to join the mayor at the Knicks game. Well, he posted that photo 26 minutes after the debate ended, and according to Google Maps, it takes about 20 minutes to drive to Madison Square Garden from here, so he really wasted no time getting out of here. As for Mamdani, he did not answer directly if he had asked Commissioner Tisch whether or not she would stay on as police commissioner under him as mayor. He did say, though, that the last time they spoke was after Detective Diderol Islam was killed over the summer. From Long Island City, Queens, Bauman, CBS News, New York.
And do stay with us for continuing coverage leading up to Election Day. We'll have a full voter's guide on our website, cbsnewyork.com.